Uh, Hello, everyone. We start our webinar dedicated to dive, and today with us Brendan Young. It is our second meeting, and today we want to discuss software, how it can be beneficial for sellers, what difference between other IT solution on market, and discuss data dive overall. I want to remember, we are Unitix agency. We are verified partner of Amazon, specialized on advertising and listing creation. Brendan Young. Okay, Brendan Young, you better introduce yourself. Please, what to you?
I'm an Amazon seller. My wife and I are partners, and we started our Amazon business in 2015. 2016, we started our own brands. So we started moving towards private label and made that transition fully. Last year, our own brands did about 20 million US just on Amazon.com. And in 2018, we had really figured out some strategies around using data to make decisions on products, on how to optimize the products and improve the chance of success based on data. And so we started teaching that in a group called Seller Systems. We have a full college level course and a community mastermind with over 1,000 members now. Over 400 of our members are doing over $1 million a year. And so we would take this big data and start to manipulate it to make better decisions. That was what we taught manually. And 2 years ago, we released a software that automates that called Data Dive. And so we really run three businesses that are very much related to each other, because what we learn from selling, we teach, and what we teach, we automate, and we have a good flywheel there.
Okay, Brandon, tell me, please, us please about Data Dive. What is it, and how it can be beneficial for Amazon sellers?
Yeah, so Data Dive is the best in class for keyword research and listing optimization. It's going to tell you and tear down how all of your competitors are getting sales, all the different ways people are searching for a specific type of product. It's going to help you analyze the potential and the risk of doing a new product. It's going to integrate with AI to tell you how to make a better product, if so on the product discovery and research side. If you've already got the listing launched, then it helps you track all of your ad performance at the keyword level and track your organic ranks. So we're the first one to integrate keyword tracker with ads and impression ranks so that you can understand what levers to pull with your ads to optimize. Whether you have indexing issues, whether you have conversion issues, it really helps you to optimize and move forward. And now the next thing that we're building in, besides the AI listing writer, the AI product brief, and the keyword research, and now the tracker, the next step for us is now to move into ad management tools. So we're really trying to integrate the full thing. We work very closely with agencies like yours so that you can make your teams more efficient and handle the burden of the management for your clients, but also generate really great reports and see better results.
Okay. Brandon, about key research and the other stuff. Tell please how Data Dive differ from Helium, for example.
Yeah, so the way that Helium gives you your data is going to be in an approach that they call, basically is like finding out what everything is indexed for. And we were the first to really create a relevancy score around keywords that really is fairly accurate based on how well your competitors are doing on different keywords and being able to tear down what we call a smart niche. So with a single click of a button as of Friday, because you used to have to do this manually, but as of Friday, you click a single button called Niche Dive. and our system will go find the 15 or 20 best competitors selling a similar product to you that you're trying to analyze, and it will tear down how each of them are ranked on thousands of keywords. And it will help prioritize the keyword cloud, because there are so many keywords that maybe one or two guys are taking advantage of. They're branded keywords, they're generic keywords. We help you organize that mess into specific buckets, so that you understand what to target when you launch, what to target when, how to write your listing to maximize rank potential. And we've written mathematical algorithms to do these things for you, so that based on the keywords, their broad search volume, the way that words are repeated, the relevancy of those words, we tell you the best way to write your listings to maximize the rank potential. We call it ranking juice.
Yeah, okay, Brendan, maybe you have opportunity to show us a little bit of your software, just to be more representative, let's say, for our viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy
opportunity?
to. Sure. I haven't done a dive for this particular call, but let me go ahead and pull one up.
Yeah, okay. Tell us, do you have? Okay, I see.
Yeah, so this is a it says a pet weekend bag. I didn't do this dive originally. Maybe someone on my team did. And so what I'm gonna do is this looks like more of a diaper bag that was but specifically for pets, right? So when you're traveling with your pet, you wanna carry a book bag or a bag that has all of the things they need. Similar to the way that parents treat their babies, a lot of people treat their pets like their baby, right? So they have
Yeah.
essentially, this is the concept, and it seems like pretty strong demand. Now, 216 keywords are in our master keyword list. Here are the other buckets: outliers and residue. And if you want to understand how that works, we've got a search volume of 150 to 176,000. This big green bucket will be your master keyword list, because they have at least 30% relevancy. And this blue section here will be our outliers. So at least 2,000 search volume, lower relevancy. And then this will be what we call, sorry, it's our residue and then our outliers. And so if we go look at these, give me 1 second. You'll see here that when I go to outlier keywords, I'm typically going to find larger search volume, at least 2,000, but lower relevancy. So maybe not as many of the sellers are taking advantage of it. And if we've got pet travel accessories, you see that's a very generic keyword. And this guy is number 1, and this guy is number 4. And there's 3,000 search volume, right? Now, dog bag here, it's very interesting. This guy's number 7. So you can start to paint the picture as to how the competition is getting their sales. And that's a really important thing, because you have to know what you can duplicate. What am I able to do with my own listing if I choose to do this product, or if I'm already launched? So if I'm this guy here and I see that I am only making 20 sales a day, and this guy's making 40 sales, sorry, he's making 80 sales a day, and this one's making over 35 sales a day. Why are they making so many more sales than us, right? And we need to understand that dynamic. So these two big keywords: travel food container, travel dog food container, number 2, travel dog travel essentials. And if we go look at the master keyword list, which has all the highly relevant keywords, you'll be able to see that maybe this guy is not as good at ranking for these highly relevant keywords, but you'll see here that he's number 2 for dog travel bag supplies, and he's got all of those outlier keywords driving sales. So it paints the picture to tell you an accurate story as to how people are winning and how they're losing, and how you can realistically win or lose or beat them. What can you do better, right? The other thing is the AI product brief. So I can ask AI by selecting the competitors I want to analyze. I can analyze them. And now our system is going to go read with an AI agent, is going to go read all the reviews of the competitors and their listing pages and come back and tell us what people like about the product, what they don't like about the product, and then who are the typical avatars or buyers of this product, so you know how to language and position your marketing. Also, it's going to give you strategic direction on suggestions to improve the product or suggestions on how to make a better product. That takes 5 minutes usually, so I can show you something else. With regards to the master keyword list, this is going to be the view that is the foundation of everything we do on Amazon, on Data Dive. So you get an overview here of what this niche looks like. Is it a growing niche? So if you look at the Google Trends and trend lines for the keywords, you can see that over the last few years, this market has been growing, which is good. You can see a distribution of the keyword search volume, which is a little concerning because it's too top heavy, right? So I would like to see a product with a wider distribution of search terms. And you get all sorts of other information around the market size. If I look at the roots, this is going to be the search volume of the different repeated words and phrases inside of the master keyword list. So this is really important to know so that you understand the different ways people are calling a product. So you make sure you don't have any holes in the way you write your listing so that you can establish with Amazon strong relevancy for all of these keywords. So it's a dog travel bag. It's a dog bag for traveling. It's a pet travel bag, right? It's a, let's see, dog travel backpack. It's mobile dog gear, right? So we have all these different ways. And if you see here that dog bag for traveling is 5 keywords, 19,000 search volume. So you can see the search frequency of these roots, these repeated words, and their search volume. So you know how to prioritize, and it helps you to start putting your mind into a mindset where you can figure out how to market the product. We've also got our AI listing writer. So if I were to write the listing, I can have the algorithm do it for me. So if I write 30% of the bullets or 75 characters and only 160 characters in the title, it's going to pick the keywords. After I've curated the master keyword list, I come back over here, and now you see within a couple seconds, it wrote me a listing that has 290,000 ranking juice. You can see that T is for title, B is for bullets, D is description. These are the words, and green is an exact match. So you'll see the words that it was able to put in exact match in the title, the bullets. And you can see that these are the repeated words and phrases, those roots. You want to make sure you don't have any holes here. So you could see title, bullets, how many times we repeat a word. Now that's important also because if it's too many times, it could be bad. So you want to keep an eye on that. I'm actually going to push my team to color code this so that if it's more than like 4 or more, maybe you get a warning, because Amazon will actually punish your ability to rank if you repeat the word too many times in your listing. So we give you a lot of tools here. You can have the AI write your bullets. We gave you suggestions on the keywords that should go there for ranking, but you still, you can use AI to now use these words to write a really good bullet that's going to convert, to speak to the benefits to the buyer. And then you can really dive into the competitors as well. So, we can, again, we want to see how good are they on Amazon. So we can load their sales data over time. Is this a newer seller? Are they declining? It looks like they've been shrinking in market size for a while here, for a couple of years. Maybe they were one of the first into the niche, and now a lot of competitors have come in. So we can test that theory by, looking very quickly here at the master keyword list. We can see how long someone's been on the market. So the listing age, you can see that maybe a lot of these guys are inside of 2 years. There's quite a few newer listings. And I like this view a lot. This is one of my favorite features. This is where you can really see the content of your competitors very quickly to understand how good are they at Amazon. So I've got just by scrolling over, I can see, okay, what are they showcasing, the better sellers? Are they doing a good job with putting product features, or are they bad at Amazon and maybe just putting lifestyle, like lifestyle, different angles, now features with a lot of different points, you know? So seems like a lot of these guys are pretty decent at images, but there's rooms for improvement, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So
Actually, I've been wanting to ask you a little bit more about this metric relevancy. So can
right.
you please describe one more time, how do you define relevancy for the keywords?
So we use a very logical approach here that if we're only looking at successful sellers, right, that are decent, the more of these sellers that are ranked on the first page of a keyword, the more relevant that keyword has to be, right? So we understand that relevancy is usually tied to when you niche down to analyze a niche, the relevancy will usually be determined by how many of those sellers that you're analyzing will be on that keyword. And you'll see here that dog travel bag, which is exactly what we're talking about, has a 69% relevancy. It's very high. So I would be happy to make sure that this is in the title. But you know, dog bags for traveling, the competitors are not as good at indexing for it. And I don't know if that's because it's a different type of product. But right now, yeah, you can see that there are different types of dog bags for traveling. So you can see that this one is more of a carrier to actually hold the dog. Same here. Um, Same here. So very different types of products are ranking, but a dog travel bag speaks more to what we're selling. And it's the nuance of the language that's important here. English is very specific in the order that you put different descriptors, right? And so what I would say is you want to make sure that you're very careful with the way you write your listing so that it describes the product in a more relevant way and that you're using more of an exact match type. If I were to write these words out of order, I might not get the same level of ranking ability established with Amazon. So Amazon's ranking algorithm takes into consideration relevancy, and it measures that by how you write the listing compared to the keyword. And so I've seen many times where people come in and then if I'm this guy, for example, and I see a green here, dog travel backpack, it's not relevant because it's not a backpack, right? It's just it's a carry bag. It's more of a tote. But there might be keywords here like this one, travel bag for dogs, is relevant. And travel bag for dogs, if I go look at this listing again, I have dog travel bag, but I don't have travel bag for dogs. So this listing, simply because they did not write the listing to maximize the rank potential for this keyword, is struggling to rank for it. And this is what we see when we analyze competitors to understand how can we do a better job and why is data dive so important. It's because it identifies the exact match keywords and search terms that you need to write in the right order, in the right place to maximize the rank potential. There's a real math to the way that the Amazon ranking algorithm works. We understand that math and we understand, and so we reversed engineered it, and now we built it into the software to do it for you.
Yeah, and one more time about relevancy. So from what percentage do you consider the keyword to be relevant?
So we use a default of 30%, but it really depends on how developed the niche is and how good you were at getting the right competitors. So if I were to do a compare, I'm gonna pull this dive again, right? So I want to update the data in the niche because it's been a while. And then you can see the movement in between the two, the competitors. But if you pick the best sellers, 10, 15 of the best sellers of a certain product, 30% will be a pretty good niche, a pretty good indicator of relevancy.
Okay, good. So
Now
if
this
I
one we
understand,
researched 36 ASINs, probably too many. It's possible to pick too many because when you scroll all the way to the right here, you will see that there are weak competitors here. These guys are not good at Amazon, and so they are diluting the relevancy score in the data. And so this guy's no longer even on Amazon. So what I can do is I can select these guys, and then we go ahead and remove some of these very weak sellers. I don't think we need them in our analysis, right? So I'm going to remove
and
these.
in general, what is your suggestion to, like how many competitors should we use for this kind of analysis?
I like to use a minimum
Average.
of 10, but a minimum of 10, but I think 15 is a pretty good number. The key is that you don't put competitors who are making no sales. We are trying to reverse engineer how competitors are getting their sales and then paint a complete picture of how we can get all of the sales, right? And so if we have competitors on here who are getting no sales, then they're not going to provide us good data. We shouldn't include them.
Okay, okay, great. So if the relevancy is based on these competitors that we picked, I believe there should be some problems for the unique products. For example, if you launching like a very new product for the Amazon that don't have a lot of competitors, it can be a problem to define relevant keywords for this product using your tool because there is no like relevant competitors.
Yeah, that's
Do you have
correct.
like
So
suggestions
one of
for
the
cases
things
like
I
that?
want, yeah, one of the things I want to emphasize for everyone watching is that you always have to follow one rule on Amazon.
Mhm.
Make sure that you never break this rule because it will be painful. You cannot create demand on Amazon. The Amazon engine already has all of the demand built into it from hundreds of millions of shoppers.
Mhm.
If you try to take a square peg and put it in a round hole, it won't fit. If you try to take a product that no one is searching for and put it on Amazon, it will just sit there in the void and no one will find it because no one's searching for it. So if no one is searching for it, don't try to sell it because you won't be able to sell it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great advice. One more question that I had was about suggested bid, and I was just curious whether it is any different from Helium or Amazon suggested bids.
We pull it directly from Amazon, so it's through the API. So it should be accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is similar to Amazon Suggest. Okay, great.
Yeah, and we have it here at the keyword level for you, so you can get an idea when you're analyzing the niche. Or is this going to be a very expensive product for me or a keyword for me to target as a niche as a whole? And when you analyze supplements, for example, these could be $7, $8, $12 per bid, right? Per click. So you really get an idea of what my budget should be based on that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Brandon, you mentioned API, and I would like to ask you, do you have or maybe do you going to give your own API? For example, we or somebody else have own software and want to use future your software does. Can we or somebody else use it now or in the future?
Yeah, so we do have an API for certain agencies in beta. We do have a few large agencies that are using it, and large companies. So we have a couple aggregators as well that have built some solutions. So we can connect you on that aspect. Yeah.
Mhm.
The difficult part for me is that we're tying in some of the things that some agencies and companies are building and spend a lot of money to build and maintain and do. We are just going to be releasing in a better way, and make it much easier for you and your company, right? So we are working very closely with some of these large companies so that they can offload that burden and that cost of having their own development team. So that because they want to see the reports in a certain way, so they want to pull certain data and put it into a certain way. Well, we have customizable reports that are launching today, right? For example, like as of this recording, we do have reports that are going live that you can pull. And then we have dashboards that will be dynamic that we are building and launching over the next 2 quarters. So you will get some dynamic dashboards that you can adjust and really get some idea. As of 2 weeks from now, you will get some audit reports as well. Yeah, the API is available, but the way we combine the data is not available for you to pull everything. For example, in our Rank Radar, we like I said, we are the first to combine your ad performance with your impression data versus your competition and your organic rank over time in a heat map. And I'll show you an image of that and how that looks like. If you pull our API, we can give you the keyword search volume, the keywords, and we can give you the position ranks and the tracking, right? But you're not going to get the other piece that's connected to it that makes it so useful. So so the long answer is, yeah, we can give you certain things through API. We've developed that, but I think that we're better off collaborating so that we can I'm spending millions of dollars to build the software. You don't have to.
Okay, Brandon. Okay, nice. Ross, please.
Yeah, I had a couple of questions, and they are about like limitations in general. So I'm just curious. Like, let's say I have like 100 different products, and I want to do for all of them this master keyword list and stuff like that. Do you have some limitations in terms of how many master keyword lists I can create, or it is like different plans in your software that differs, or there is no limitations for that?
So how many people we can have on the as a team?
No. So let's say I have 100 different products, yeah,
Right.
and I want to create a master keyword list for each one of them. So do I have an opportunity to create 100 different master keyword lists, or there is any limitations to that?
So there's no limitation there. Our largest clients have over 6,000 products. We deal with some of the largest agencies and aggregators. They have over 100 Amazon accounts connected to our software, and over 100 employees connected to the software. So we are very robust and scalable from an enterprise perspective.
Yeah, and if we're talking about like a regular seller, is there like any plans for them that differs how many of, let's say, niches they can create?
There will be restrictions based on the level, but at the standard level, I think that you have plenty of room to grow. It's more about levering the different uses that you have. So for me as a seller, I track a lot of keywords because I want to understand really all of the keywords inside of each route, and which levers I can pull together to maximize the lift. So I track hundreds of keywords per product. And so for my own account, I have 40,000 keywords maybe that I'm tracking. And that would cost me a few $100 extra per month. It's very affordable. So, but we allow you to, in your list of tools, if you need to do more dives, because you're doing product research a lot, then you can get more of that for a little bit more money. So the standard level is very controllable for the user, so it can scale with them and depending on what they're doing or using until the point where it makes sense to move to the enterprise.
Yeah, and I'm just I still don't have like a clear understanding of what is, let's say, the limitation for the most basic plan of your software. Or let's say that
so the starter plan kind of gives you the starter plan just gives you kind of a taste for everything, and it's a solo plan. So it will just be you going in, and you can do a couple dives, you can run a couple, like an AI product brief, you can write a couple listings with the AI, you can track maybe some keywords, you can, maybe 100 keywords, I think. So you really get an idea. It's enough for you to maybe research a few products, and then you can lever up there. But it's very affordable. I think $40 a month is very, very affordable. But it gives you a really good idea of an entry point into the software so that you can start to get familiar with it. And we built it really for the newer seller so that they're not burdened with a high software cost while they're still trying to figure this business out, because this business is very hard. And just naturally, you get a lot of people who fail because they didn't choose the right product, or they didn't have enough capital. They learned from the wrong person, right? So, and even in my own business, maybe 80% of the time I'm successful with a product launch and 20% I'm not. So it's still a numbers game, right? So we want to give people who are just starting an opportunity to come in a starter plan, test drive the software, find some products, start building their business. And then if they need any additional tools in there, they can still lever that up. So they can go from $40 a month to $50 or $60 a month, but it molds the tool to what they need. And that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That's exactly what I wanted to know, because I believe a lot of sellers, they are just don't know how much it can cost them just to test your software, just to understand like whether they need it or no. Maybe it is not that relevant for them. Maybe it is highly relevant for them. And what is like the starting point? And I heard that it is like $40, yes?
Yeah, it's $40 for the starter plan. The standard goes to 150. And then
Okay.
do you guys have a code to share with your audience? Did you set up a code to give them a discount?
Actually, I don't know. Maybe Alex knows. Do we have like a code for discount to Data Dive for our viewers?
If you can send us, please, a code, and we make a post on our session network, and
Right.
I sure it will be interesting for our clients and our audience.
Absolutely. So let me I guess right now we can tell everyone listening that, we will include a code to get a discount that can give you a discount, but also help Alex buy a cup of coffee.
Okay, nice. Nice, Brandon. So we waiting for your code, and maybe we discuss everything you want. Ross, do you have any question for now?
Yeah, in general, I get a clear understanding of what your software is like on the basic level, because I believe there is like a lot of different tools built in your product in general, and I am still curious how different AI tools works. But I believe that's gonna be like a meeting for a day if we're gonna discuss everything. So
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely. Let me show you one other thing. The rank radar is our biggest release more recently, and I want to show you how that looks so that you can get an idea of why it's important, right?
yeah.
Okay, Brandon. I also don't have any question, particular question, because it was overview of your software Data Dive, and you clarified all parts and all stuff about your software. And Brandon, thank you for coming us today. Thank you for
Yeah,
information. Let's stay in touch.
right.
And
Thank you for having me, Alex. I really appreciate it. I'm going to show one last thing really quickly. So this would be a heat map of a product, right? This is actually one of my products here. And you can see that we can group the words by repeated words and phrases, what we call our roots, remember? And so I've expanded a root, and these are all the keywords inside of this root. These are the search volumes and the relevancy of the keywords, and here is my rank over time. But the more important thing is, how do I impact each of these words together? And you'll see here that my conversion rate is fairly good for all but one keyword, right? And my impression rank can improve. So this keyword in particular, I am only impression rank number 4, which means that there are 3 competitors who have a higher impression rank. They're getting more impressions than me on this keyword. I am only targeting this keyword with one exact campaign. So exact, phrase, broad, auto. I have 2 broad campaigns. I can spend more money here, and I should, because I have 16% conversion, which is good. and my ranks are not great. So if I spend more money and I get more actions here, I can potentially move this rank from 20 to 10, right? And so I'm able to get insights from where my conversion is bad and I need to fix conversion before I spend more money. Where I need to, if I have any indexing issues, you would see them here. So you would see red or high rank, and then that would let me know that I need to write that keyword into my listing in a better way. And then I can see if there's irrelevant keywords that are not relevant that I'm tracking, but I'm wasting spend on them. Then I can go action and maybe create negative campaigns, turn off certain ads, but it allows me to understand a direct correlation between my ad spend and my keyword ranks versus my competition.
Yeah, that's great. And I actually now got one more question about rank. So how do your software get the rank? So is it like how many times per day do your software check this rank
Yeah.
to?
So it depends on the marketplace, but it's a minimum of 1 time per day per keyword. And so we're working on expanding that capability. Really, it's going to be a matter of engineering on our end with our data partners that we have, because we buy massive amounts of data from several partners. Our biggest partner is Jungle Scout. So their data is the best in the market for most Amazon marketplaces. And so we partnered with them. So now our engineering team works very closely with theirs to position the data into different data sets and buckets and refresh a certain amount of times. And so it's always a challenge when you're dealing with large amounts of data, but I think that we've been doing a pretty good job of figuring it out.
Yeah, just for the ranking, it was always very interesting for me how to define it like as correct as it can be, because we know that it can be very different for different regions. If we talk about USA, different states, it is different search results and stuff like that, different hours, and that can be different too. So how to define the correct rank can be very difficult. So that is
Right,
a really interesting
absolutely.
question.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I know that we're running out of time. We're way over. If anyone's still here, I just want to show the results of the AI product brief that we did. It's been ready. So if you look at, we selected the competitors and we ran the brief, you'll see that this tells you what's in each of these listings, what the customers like. To me, the more important part is what people don't like. Missing items.
It is based on reviews, yeah?
These are based on the reviews and the listing pages. So the AI reads both. Now here's some value add ideas that the AI agent is telling us how to make it better. So make it more durable, improve the zippers, make the size more accurate, because maybe the competitors are cheating, the images look too big, so they get negative reviews. Complete set of accessories. So make sure we include all of the accessories, not just some of them. So that's really good. Compact, a lightweight design. And then if you look here, this is desired improvements. So this is if I'm designing my own, I have to address the small bowl size. So now I know that people want larger bowls. Resolve the zipper issues, so a lot of zippers, enhance durability, provide accurate sizing, include all the necessary accessories, reduce the bulkiness. So maybe they want a streamlined design, but they also want it to be big and with big bowls and everything. So it's tough to please everybody. But improve the comfort. So that's another thing. So if it goes on your backpack, you want to have padded shoulder straps. That wasn't maybe something that I would have thought of. Reinforce the bowls. Optimize storage space, so incorporate dividers. So maybe the bag, just having one big pocket isn't good. The AI is telling us to be more specific on how we design the inside of the bag, and then the overall quality. So this was all suggested, and then these are the typical people who buy the bag and why. So a pet parent on the go, outdoor enthusiast, jet setter, so someone traveling with pets, new pet parents, and weekend adventurer, pet trainers, so even professionals. So it really gets an idea of who's buying it, why, how to position it, how to make the product better. It gives you a lot of really great suggestions.
Great. I want to say thank you a lot, Brandon. You got a really great software, and I believe today we only like scratched the surface of what it can do.
Yeah.
So we really encourage our viewers to at least test this software who still didn't do that. And one more time, thanks a lot for this quick review of your software. That was very useful.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. And best of luck to everyone watching. It's a tough business, but it's solvable. Get some great partners like these guys to handle the things that so you can focus on the other part of the business, because you need both brains. You need both sides of it working, and you need a partner for sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.